Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Total Entertainment Podcast. Today I am joined by I was going to say front man, but you're not the front man. You're the bass player, bronze behind one of Ireland's biggest wedding bands, Blacktye. Darragh, welcome, my man. How are you?
Thank you very much, Ian.
Is that the best introduction you've ever gotten in your life?
Ian. Probably. I'm used to introducing things, you know.
Yeah.
But that was a great introduction.
How's the year been?
Yeah, the year's been good. Yeah, numbers been good. Kind of the numbers that I like.
Yeah. Was it as busy as last year?
Slightly less, 4 gigs less.
Funny you say that. I was talking to another wedding band, I won't say who, yesterday on the phone, and they said the same thing.
Right, but I don't mind that. You know, last year I had 100 in, so 96 in this year. For me, that's about right. Like, you know, there was years where
how many weddings?
96 at 100 last year.
Fucking hell.
I always get it in around like I'll always get like just below 100 or above 100. 2 years ago I got 89, which would be a slow year for us. Like, that was one of the slowest years ever.
That's for most wedding bands though. Most wedding bands have chomped the hand off you for that. Like,
and I was first to kind of say, is there a bit of a slowdown in the market here? And people would be like, no, it's all grand. Then 6 months later, people be like, oh shit, I don't have enough gigs, you know. But then the next year, I did all right. But you know, there has been years where I did like 125, 120 years like that. For me,
125.
Now that's too much at my age. Like,
do you remember? So I did a couple of duo gigs with Darragh at drinks receptions during the summer. And you were telling me once that you did, was it 3 in a week or something like that? Or something you did? Remember something you were knackered when you arrived? Remember? Or something?
Yeah. Yeah, well, in the summer, you'll often do 3 in a week, because the way it would work is in January, February, March, you'd have, like, say this January now, we've 1 wedding. Like, you'd normally just get 1 in January. Sometimes in February, you might get 3, but this year I just have 1. And then in March, I have 4 or 5. But one of them is actually not a wedding, it's something else. It's actually an LBGTQ event in the Button Factory or something. So there's 5 gigs in March. So sometimes those 3 months, you might get a good February, crap March. You might flukily get a decent January, but you're always prepared that those 3 months will be poor.
Yeah.
But in the last 3 years, for all bands, those 3 years have been really poor now. Really bad.
Well, the cost of I don't know when you got married. How long are you married now?
I think I'm married.
I think I'm married.
No, let me think about this. I'm married. I'll be married 20 years next year. Yeah, you're looking at me there and you're thinking, well, he must have got married when he was 10. Because he only looks about 35. So
20 years ago.
20 years ago,
okay.
Yeah.
And
see, I knew things were going to get expensive.
So you did it when you were 12.
I did it with my confirmation money.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You still have your confirmation money.
Big time. I actually have it in my pocket here. I didn't put it in the bank because I'm kind of paranoid that way, you know.
But yeah, it's funny. So I got married 3 years ago in April.
Okay.
And my wedding cost me over 40 grand. Like
40 grand.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm aware that a lot of people
like over 40 grand.
Over 40 grand.
Like
Jesus,
over.
Yeah.
Like so what happened was, obviously the dress costs money.
Okay.
No problem paying for the dress. That's her thing. That's you do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like as in
my tin of fruit I bought.
That, if anyone's listening and doesn't know what that is, that's a suit.
Yeah, that's a suit. Yeah. And then the lad suits I rented.
Okay.
So I got a tux. The lads rented their tuxes. All in all, that cost about maybe 900 grand
for the suits alone.
Just the suits alone. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're already at nearly 5-6 grand there.
Yeah.
You know, include the engagement ring.
How much was the wedding dress ish? You don't have to give an exact.
I can't really remember, to be honest. It wasn't great, like maybe 3.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
4.
It's not unusual for someone to maybe spend like 3 to 5.
No, but let's do it from the point you get engaged, right? All in all, the engagement ring's probably around 3.5, 4K.
Now that's something that I don't agree with. As in,
no, I don't agree with
it.
You
know, like yeah,
but here's fucking nonsense.
Here's a Fisher Price for it. But no, what I mean is, like, you know that thing, that real American way of thinking of, like,
6 months' wages.
Yeah, it has to be a reflection of, like, if you minus your rent from your interest relief, you know, you're there kind of going, like, spend what you, like, if you want to spend 200 quid, spend 200 quid, you know.
Yeah, no, so Steph had this ring that I got her, I don't know, 4 years together or something like that, and it's a silver ring with like a teardrop.
Okay.
thing on it. Now, the one I got was Pandora. Granted, right, it wasn't mad money around the first year. But she was like, if I was ever getting an engagement ring, I'd want it to be like this. So she went to work one day and I left it. I was waiting for this opportunity for weeks. And she didn't wear it one day. And I brought it down to the jewelers and I was like, look, this is the size ring that I need. But an engagement ring. Granted, I know this is Pandora and it's probably 100 quid, but I would need an engagement ring.
Right.
So the jeweler came out and like the cheapest one she had was like 3.5 grand, nearly 4K. Like,
whoa,
of that style of ring, like. Jesus. So I couldn't give her something else. Like she'd have thought, cheap bastard, didn't pay for the one I want.
Yeah,
you know, well maybe not.
We've all got an engagement ring story. My one was I got my engagement ring in Morocco. Seen one in the jewelers, and he goes, "Yeah, you can have that." Then was there for a few days saying, "What's the crack with the engagement ring?"
Right,
he goes, I'm sending men to Casablanca to meet a guy to pick up the ring. Like Casablanca's like hours and hours away. You know what I mean? It was a 3-day event of some guy. I always imagine some guy like driving through the desert, going to Casablanca, meeting some guy in a dodgy...
some guy on a fucking camel somewhere.
Some guy probably lost an arm for my wife's engagement ring. Do you know what I mean?
A whole village was wiped out somewhere for your engagement ring.
Actually, I remember it was around the time of the tsunami. Do you remember the tsunami that hit one coast of India? And,
that's right, yeah.
Thailand and all that. It was around that time, and I remember in the shop, that one guy in the shop was saying...
2004?
The tsunami was sent by God.
Oh, he said that, did he?
And all this stuff. And I was kind of like, grand. So, do you sell rings?
Oh, here, I'll give you a good one, right? Yeah. I was in the cinema there Now, I love... A lot of people say I'm weird for this, but I love it. Of a Friday around 12:30, going to the cinema by myself.
Oh no, I totally understand.
Because you know, like
peace and quiet.
My life is a bit chaotic.
Yeah.
Right? Between gigs, doing this, I haven't got a minute to fucking scratch myself through anything, right?
Yeah, no, I totally get that.
Doing my second album, it's gone to mixing now. We're going off today to the final mix.
Okay.
It's just chaos, right?
Yeah.
So I like Friday between the hours of 12 and 3 or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
That's my time. I go to cinema by myself, don't even look at the phone, get a popcorn and I watch a movie.
Yeah.
Right? And I love it. I'm a big cinephile, if you will. I love I love movies and I love shows and everything. And I went to the cinema there to see the new Superman that came out during the summer, right?
Okay.
And I was standing in the queue anyway. And there was this girl sitting there. And the way you were giving it the whole like, yeah, that's great. I just want me ring, like, you know.
Yeah.
This girl had I won't say which cinema it was, but she had her top on, you know.
Yeah.
And she had the Rolling Stones badge and a Palestine flag badge.
Okay.
So I said to her, she was about probably very, very early 20s, probably 21, 22, right?
Okay.
So I said to her, oh, geez, the badge, I love to see it. Like, fair play to you, like, you know.
Yeah.
She goes, I know what's going on over there is terrible. And I said, oh, no, sorry, I meant the Rolling Stones badge, you know.
Yeah.
Well, she lost it. She was like, boy, what are you doing? What's wrong with the Palestine? I was like, oh, no, nothing. I'm a supporter of it. Like I'm with you. I get it. Like, I just thought a young girl seeing a Rolling Stones badge.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah. You don't support Palestine. I was like, oh, just give me fucking popcorn.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go to cinema. Fuck off, you know?
I'm a big Palestine supporter. As in, not even on the more recent thing, but going back a long time. I won't go into it, but anyway. But yeah, I see what you're saying. She had two badges.
She had two badges.
So therefore, yeah, you were just commenting on one badge. So
it's just nice to see a girl who's probably 19, 20, a band that old going, fucking hell, like that's class.
It's like sometimes
you know?
You see people in a Pink Floyd t-shirt.
Yeah.
And you're going to go, oh, cool.
Yeah,
and they're like, oh, I've never heard the band, though.
So, but still with a badge, though, it's a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Badge is not like you won't get a Rolling Stones badge in pennies.
Yeah,
you get a Pink Floyd t-shirt
someone
in pennies.
went out and bought that.
You see, she went out and she bought the badge. So I was thinking to myself going, I was about to say, oh, lovely, what's your favourite album of the Stones or your favourite song? Or
Yeah.
No, flipped at me because I didn't mention the Palestine badge. I was like, is this what the youth of today are like? Like, is this what it's actually like?
Yeah, I don't know. I suppose I think we were all a pain in the ass, you know. I'm sure we were a pain in the ass when we were young.
Oh, come here, still am.
Sure, you know, I to be honest, I actually think it's good when young people are a bit pretentious and idealistic, because I think in a way, as you get older, it'll get knocked out of you anyway. And I think it's good to start at that age with some sense of, like, you have your moral compass and this is what I believe in. I think, you know the way, like, when I was younger, I was always kind of go out of my way not to seem pretentious, you know. And there was probably a year, probably when I was in 6th year in school, I probably did seem a bit pretentious. And I kind of think, when I look back at it now, I kind of think I should have been more pretentious.
You should have been, yeah.
Because when you're young,
you follow trends and you do what you do.
And that's what you should do. I mean, like, look at it now, like, say these road men, right? All these young lads, and I don't know if the girls are at it as well, but they're all wearing eyewear, black clothes. And you're like, are you serious, man? You could do anything you want now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, say in the 80s, like,
I'm literally dressed in all black here.
Yeah, can I just say that the guy across from me is wearing an Adidas tracksuit and Adidas runners. Right, but what I'm saying is, like, say in the 80s, like, you'd so many different types of fashion. You had punks.
Yeah.
You had, like, guys who wore the braces, the ska. Yeah. You know, like, people really,
mods,
like...
and you had...
and you had cure heads. Like, really out there stuff. I'm just saying it's
you don't get that now, though, do you?
Exactly. So it's a great phase of your life to actually really go for it. And,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I feel like I was born in the wrong era, honestly. I'd have been a mod now if I had...
I'm trying to think what I'd be, yeah.
I'd be a mod. See,
my older brother was a bit of a punk.
Was he?
In the day, yeah.
My dad used to go when he was younger, he used to fight the mods.
Yeah, was it the mods and the punks?
My dad said the mods and the punks would fight each other. Or maybe ska and the punks, whatever it was. But he wasn't really... My dad's from Ballybock, granted, right in town, right? So he said all we had to do, all there was to do growing up was to fight these people, like we'd nothing else, like you know what I mean? You know, so that's what he said. It was fucking, but they were great days. He said, you know, fucking great. I wish there was still culture like that, though. You know, it doesn't really exist anymore, does it?
Yeah,
and the phones have ruined it all, haven't they? And the social media and the fucking Because now it's like social media is such a false place, isn't it? Like I see through everything that goes on social media, pictures, the whole lot.
Yeah,
everything.
I
don't believe any of it. Like,
it's what is it? People painting the best versions of their lives.
Totally.
You know, like I'll use it for the band. Like I have an Instagram for the band, which. Like I never really got it on Facebook, but I do get bookings off Instagram for the band.
I would imagine
TikTok
you get most through Instagram, would you?
Yeah, Instagram's been the only social media that's actually done anything for the band.
And not TikTok, no?
No, I don't really get on TikTok. Maybe I'm not good at TikTok, as in maybe...
Also, I think TikTok is for an age now that people aren't quite getting married yet.
Maybe that's it, yeah.
You know?
So I definitely get stuff from Instagram. And I think Instagram's good because it's just a video... You put up your video. Our Instagram for the band is really honest in that I just put up the audio from the band. Yeah, like a lot of bands put up video clips and then they
put audio over it.
They put a David Bowie song over it and you're there kind of going, what are you afraid of here? Like, what are you trying to hide? Whereas I'm like, okay, sometimes if it does sound like not perfect, I'm like, but that's
I've seen a great one you put up there. It might have been one of the weddings we did. Actually, I think it was one of the weddings we did.
Okay.
What was the one we did? And it was like we went in and we did we were in the main door just to the left, remember? And they were standing on the stairs taking their pictures.
Was it Clonabrini? No.
Might have been Clonabrini. And the girl with the ice cream truck was there and she gave us a few ice creams and all, remember?
Yeah, that might have been Clonabrini. And I bumped into her again only a few weeks ago.
Did you?
Yeah,
right. So I seen a video of you, I think it was the same day, that night, of you outside the wedding room playing the bass and then walking into the room.
Okay.
Great fucking shot.
Yeah, it's good. Having the mobile bass and my little Britney mic.
The Britney Spears mic, yeah.
Definitely helps. Then the female singer's mobile. And then when if there's a song with no keyboard parts, the male singer can go down into the crowd. Yeah. That's great. I love doing it. I think if you do it too much, it could be overkill. You know, like Irish people, some Irish people are like, oh my God, this guy is walking over to me now with a microphone. This is my idea of hell. And then some people love it. So you have to kind of think. Like my wife, she's like, if you came up to me in my seat, like I'd smack you. I just want to be left alone.
I'm a little bit like that.
Yeah, so some people are like that. You gotta give people a bit of space, like you know by their body language, like if you approach them.
Yeah, it's so true, right? So I did I've done many weddings in my time, right? But I've never been in an exclusive wedding band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? See, I do a lot of solo gigs during the week, right? So I don't need to do the wedding.
Yeah.
Never needed to do the wedding. I take them if they're coming, absolutely. But I never actively went searching for the weddings.
Whereas with me, it's always been
been weddings. Yeah. So But I always find that when you walk into the room, straight away you just get a sense of how the vibe is and how the people are. Like straight away.
Yeah.
Like a bar. You walk into a bar with your guitar, you're about to set up. You look around and you go, right, this is going to be mental, or this is going to be chill, or this is going to be...
Yeah. And sometimes actually the room has something to do with it. As in, if the room has wooden floors, it's a noisier room.
Yeah.
Do you know? So like if people are just chatting as they would be the one with carpet or whatever, sometimes the room can add atmosphere. You know, like, you know, when you go out for a meal, you'll go to some restaurants and like, I'm very paranoid about if I think people are listening to what I say.
Yeah.
I'll be saying, so I actually go to people like, just whisper, like, cause I don't
so it's my dad's 60th, right, tomorrow. So last night we actually went out for a meal, all of us together. And we went up to that FX Buckley on Pembroke Street.
Okay.
Up there. I think it's the original one.
Is that the one on the south side?
Yeah, they're all on the south side, I think. Yeah.
I know there's a couple of ones on
the
the
one
north
up by
side
Bagot Street there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. On the corner. It's on the corner, isn't it? Yeah.
So we went in there. Oh man, it was stunning. Right?
Yeah.
Really, really nice grub. But
I heard it's really good, yeah.
Really quiet. Like really quiet, you know.
See?
And my dad, my daughter's 4, and my dad was like, "Oh, well, you and Steph bring Isabel in." And I was like, "I'm fucking paying Isabel €70 steak. You fucking wind me up. She's 4. She'll get chicken nuggets on the way home, you know."
Yeah.
But we went in anyway, and my wife doesn't eat a huge amount anyway, so they ended up just splitting.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, you know, and she had a few chips, and she was like, but I was afraid she was going to be, you know, running around the place, and because she's 4, like, you know what I mean? I can't fucking, you know. Yeah. So, but no, it was fine. But then this Christmas party came in, and I was like, oh, thank God for that.
Yeah,
because it brings a bit of noise, and we can then talk about what we want, and we don't have to worry about being too loud.
Exactly. And like with the weddings, you do get that sometimes. You get sometimes. If you play in a very upmarket venue, some people feel a little bit uncomfortable in it, which to me is madness because I work in venues all the time, and I realize, like, you know, they're going to have another wedding here tomorrow. To them, it's just a job, as in, you know, they don't care, you know. Not that I'm saying, like, you should be going mental and throwing glasses around the room, but sometimes people can feel a bit uneasy if they feel
it's too upmarket.
Yeah. Whereas,
so when we got married, we seen a couple of them, right? We seen the Heritage in Portlaoise, which is a gorgeous hotel.
Yeah.
Right.
It was meant to be doing Christmas parties this year there.
Where so we seen that was a gorgeous hotel. We seen Tulfaris, which was beautiful as well. Yeah. We seen Clonabrehe. We seen the usual about 6, 7 of the top.
You know? Yeah.
And every one of them was kind of the same thing. It was kind of very upmarket. We got the sense they didn't really care about us when we went into them. It was just more so, have your wedding here. It's stunning here. It's beautiful. Like in the Heritage, they sat us down. It was stunning, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. And in the Heritage, we were like, we don't really want any kids at our wedding. We like your kids, but fucking keep them at home.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
nothing worse than a load of adults standing around a kid.
Well, I just
dancing
feel like
on the dance floor, and you're there kind of going, and you're looking at them, and they're about 38 to 45, and you're there kind of going, I know you haven't had a night out in ages.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Stop standing around the kid.
If I'm paying a bastard fortune for my wedding, I want you to enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
So leave your child at home.
Yeah.
Right? But anyway, so we went in and the girl in the house was like, oh, you know, we have a cinema here for the kids. And it's proper tiered. Did you see the thing?
Yeah, across the corridor.
Across the corridor, yeah. And she was like, and I was like, this is kind of just... It's just kind of wanting my money. You haven't made us feel welcome. You haven't asked how the wedding's going. You haven't asked like how plan is, how things are going. You haven't asked me that, and it's just kind of showing me. And I was in sales for years, right? So I'm kind of thinking to myself, going, I know what she's doing. I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
But you're not giving me what we want here, you know.
Yeah.
But then we went to Bloomfield and Mullingar.
Oh yeah.
And granted, now it's not the most beautiful on the eye, but like the way we were treated was absolutely.
Well, I think, I mean, we do a lot of weddings in like country houses and castles and all that kind of crack, and nothing against those places, and that's what people want nowadays. But I definitely think people are missing a trick with going to just standard hotels where I feel they will give you a lot more for your money because they want the business.
I mean, the room we had in Bloomfield, right? Stunning room. Have you played Bloomfield?
Yeah.
Right.
So there's the big room, and then they've got a smaller room.
Yeah. So it was the big room.
Yeah.
At the back, right? And it's an easy load in for the band.
Yeah.
Right, which was key.
And then you got a stage.
You have a stage,
even with a little load up ramp.
Yeah, like, that's right. The load up ramp. Yeah. And you don't have to plug into a house system. That was a big thing for me. I don't want to have to pay bleeding big money for my wedding band for them to plug in there for the bartender to go, they're too loud, and turn it down at the bar.
Oh, yeah. Well, to be honest now, there'd be very few venues. I'm trying to think.
So what happened to me?
Some of the marquees use their PA because with the marquees, they run into issues because the bass frequencies travel across the field.
But that's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
So,
right?
yeah. So you get a bit of that in the marquees. But all the other ones, yeah, you'd be using your own PA system.
But a lot of them, like down in Tulfarris, they were telling us, like, oh, maybe it was Tankardstown, maybe. Wherever it was, anyway.
Okay.
They were saying, no. Oh, probably Clonabreedy, was it? Yeah. They were saying, no, you have to plug into the wall.
Yeah.
So we did it, but then the bartender just turned us down. And everyone was like, the band's not loud enough. Can you get it? And I was like, look, there's nothing I can do. And the girl's like, but I've paid you, so such and such.
I know. It's a funny one. It's a funny one.
Because of that knobhead bartender.
Yeah.
Just didn't like the song we were playing.
Let's hope that like none of these places are listening to this podcast.
Fuck them.
Basically, and what it is they get into legal rows with the neighbours.
Yeah, no, I understand it.
As someone's bringing them to court, but we would all say like, Jesus, it would have been so nice if they had built a solid structure when they started the business.
Absolutely. No.
Now, to be fair, I just want to mention this actually while we're talking about it. Like, say your one Margaret, like lovely woman, she owns like Ashley Park House, and a lot of the bands were giving her stick, which I would never do. Like, I would never go to a venue and give the place stick because there was sound restrictions or whatever. I just kind of think, look, the couple have hired me to play there. They want our band. Okay, the sound isn't as loud as I'd like it to be. But at the end of the day, they kind of know what's going on, so I'll just play ball. And to be honest, if I was to refuse all those dates, that would be an issue for me anyway.
Of course, yeah.
So, but your one anyway, she was getting stick off bands. She always liked me because I never gave her stick. And one day I got stuck there because the van broke down in the driveway and I rang the AA and they didn't show up till 7 a.m.
No way.
So she said I could stay in the downstairs or whatever. But anyway, I got talking to her anyway, and within that year, I think it was 2022 that year, we were in Ashley Park House a lot. But anyway, got stick off the bands, and she spent $100,000 redoing the glass on the outside so that it could be louder. Now, it was probably more than $100,000. It was a lot of money, right?
Probably.
So the structure of the marquee looked exactly the same, but it was actually a different marquee.
Right.
To look at it, you'd be thinking, right, that's the same marquee.
But I don't mean like...
And then she put a state-of-the-art, like, what's that really expensive speakers? Is it Cobra?
I don't know.
It's some expensive speakers that she put in anyway.
Top of the range fucking
things.
Like.
Yeah, and...
But like, I don't mean it from a band's point of view. Right, I don't mean like I don't care. Like, I do solo gigs all around town and I do them in whatever. Like, and these places turn you down constantly on these things. I don't mind that. I've no issue with that. Right. Yeah. What I care about is the fact that someone has hired me to do a job. But what they don't see is they think it's me. They don't see that it's just this fucking bartender behind the bar turning it down.
There are some people who would say that they won't play in those places for that reason.
Right. But you can't do that.
There's some bands who love to have a big, massive, loud PA.
So what we did was, when we went to Bloomfield, the staff were incredible. The room was lovely. The two big keys was the band don't plug into the house system. There is no house system. Yeah. Right. The band brings their own desk, and I was like, done, because we got Blue Moose for the wedding, right? Who were rock band. Like, you know what I mean? It's a big rock band. Yeah. And so the lads come in, phenomenal band. Place was rocking. But then afterwards, because of the rooms at the side of the hotel, there's no rooms on top of it, which means there's no noise going to any of the rooms.
Well, that's great.
So what happened was, it could be as loud as we want, and we had the wedding coordinator, organizer, whatever her name is. She come in and she was like, "Oh, you have this room till like 7:30 the next morning, so stay up as late as you want." Like,
wow,
because there's no rooms on top of you.
Okay,
but the cleaners are in at 7:30 to get ready for an event tomorrow.
Yeah,
so just be wrapped up by 7:30.
Yeah,
no problem.
And it's like, geez, that's mad. Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I mean, you would see, you hear 4, 4:30, 5 maybe, but geez, 7:30. That's
no, we didn't go to 7:30, but she said the room is there if you want it until 7:30.
Yeah, and it's mad that she said like, no, it's 7. Just wrap it up at 7, as if anyone could be thinking logically at 7 a.m. after drinking from potentially 3 the following day. They go, well, it's 7 now.
Yeah,
so
14 hours of fucking gargling.
I'm gonna head to bed.
No, it's just it's because we had a rake of musicians at my wedding, me mates and people like that. So like there was like I don't know 7 guitars.
Yeah, you want to be able to. I see what you're saying. You want to have the ability to let it go for as long as it organically goes for.
Right.
Yeah.
So because inevitably,
because I had the same at my wedding.
Right.
Same
so
situation,
we took the guitars out at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Stopped singing at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And everyone, all the guests were going, this is the fucking best wedding I've been to. I mean, anything goes here. It's fucking great. Everyone's having a ball. It's like a festival. You know what I mean? It was great, you know?
Yeah.
Some weddings is like, right, lads, 2 o'clock, time's done.
Yeah.
The lounge, the residence bar.
Yeah.
And
I actually think, though, I generally think it's a good balance. As in, like, there's a couple of venues, like, say, Tankerstown now, they can hire you to DJ till any time, you know? There's no time restriction. But, like, and I'd play there fairly regularly.
Well, Tankerstown the room is a little bit out, is it? Am I thinking of the same place?
I don't know.
The room's not attached to any hotel rooms, is it?
I don't think so. Well, it's in the country house section. I'm not sure. I actually don't know where the rooms are, to be honest.
Yeah, actually, maybe.
But what I'm saying is they've no restriction on time. So couples would ask me, "Oh, can you DJ till 4?" And I'd always say, "Look, let's call it on the night.
Yeah.
Don't have an idea of like I'm going to charge you X, Y, and Z, and you'll be paying me that money. If it goes later,
because people might not be vibing at that time.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So more so than not, I think there's only been twice where, and I might pay there like 4 or 5 times a year. There's only been twice where I have went longer.
Yeah.
Because you see, like 2 is a good time.
It's a long time. It's 12 hours of drinking.
Yeah.
It's
People
a long
start,
time.
you know, if you keep going, people A, lose the zest to dance anyway.
Yeah, of course.
And B, then someone might be getting very messy.
A wedding is a very taxing, exhausting thing, like, you know.
It's a long day, yeah. So like 2 is a good shut off for like full on loud music, you know.
Yeah, well that's what I mean. By the time Tony and Blue Moose or whoever it was DJing from the band at the time stopped DJing, when you take the acoustics out, it's a different element.
Yeah,
because they're not plugged in. It's not loud. It's just people around singing.
Yeah,
and half have gone to bed.
Yeah,
and half are still up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it was just a nice kind of.
Yeah,
it wasn't loud. You could still have your chat beside your mate if you wanted it, or you could sing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's nice. You know, it was nice. Have you seen that mad at any weddings lately? Like, well, not even lately, ever. I suppose. Like the maddest shit you've seen. I've seen some mad shit at weddings.
Yeah,
because that's you see the real side of people late at weddings. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like in a bar,
like,
people are like
when you're DJing. Yeah, like you know, I did see a joke on Instagram last year. Someone sent it to me, and it's a girl trying to get a song requested from a DJ, and the DJ's chair just keeps moving around the table.
Yeah.
People will do, like, after the band I DJ, you know, and people will do anything to get their song. Like, people, as you say, people turn into
feral.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And even if the couple have given you a DJ list and they're saying play all these songs, it could be even the bride's mother. It could be one of the bridesmaids or the groomsmen will actually say, I don't care about them. I want this song. And like,
I don't care about them.
I'm fairly thick-skinned, but even nights, I'd even be like, oh my God, man, I feel so naked here because they all just come up to you. They're hammered. They're abusive.
And they don't really know what's going on.
And like the next day, that person could be the nicest person in the world. Do you know what I mean? Like I've went nights out where I've blacked out for certain hours. I don't know what person I was then, you know? So, like, at the time, you want to deck one of them. But then, like, you kind of think, you've probably been that person before as well. You know what I mean? Like,
we did a couple of gigs in London there last year. And in the Dublin Castle in Camden. Right? Like, you lived in London, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you know the Dublin Castle venue?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. In Camden, yeah.
It's a bit like Eamon Doran's.
Yeah. It's like a kind of...
great name, but, like, old.
Yeah.
You know, but it's a legendary...
And has it got a downstairsy bit as well? And
I don't know. Probably, I can't remember.
Yeah, I think
possibly.
I've been in it,
anyway, they have a big room at the back.
Right.
So we're playing in the room at the back and it's fucking wedged. But afterwards, a DJ comes on.
Yeah.
So... the DJ comes on anyway, and he's exclusively playing like scan reggae.
Okay.
You know, and this is a Thursday night, I think so.
Right.
It's probably a scan reggae night. Yeah. You know,
very trendy town, Camden.
Very trendy. Yeah. So, but real vibey and real.
It's great.
It's great. You know. Yeah. So, our keyboard player was absolutely mangled off his tits, right? Snargled.
Because he was in England.
Oh, I can't remember what he was
Yeah.
drinking. It could have been fucking anything he was drinking, right? And kept going in and kept asking for, like, imagine locked, right? The most locked person you've ever seen going up and going, will you, this big Dublin head in him, like, you know, here, will you play Place Your Hands by Reef? Will you play it? Like, you know?
He's a ska
And she's like, no, I don't have it. And he's like, what do you mean you don't have it? Like, and I'm like, hell, please, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I've been that person.
Yeah.
And the next morning he went, oh, what the fuck did I was like, like, I'm not like that, like, you know? And
exactly.
You get a few points and it is what it is, you know? So, but once you know that and you learn that, like, you know what I mean? Like,
a lot of lads DJ for a while, like a lot of bands, like some will DJ for a while, but, you know, I've been running Blacktye now for 23 years, like since 2003, and you know, you have a guy, you know, in another band. He's, oh yeah, I'm doing the DJ, and then you might bump into him a few years later. He's like, oh no, I don't do the DJ anymore.
Like James,
like loads of them give it up. I think I'm the only one who's just stuck with it because again, I'm fairly thick-skinned, but I have my nights where I feel put upon. Like I nearly feel like I'm in a schoolyard just about to get beaten up.
Yeah,
you know
well,
what I mean?
come here. I don't know much about the DJing world, but James, who produces the show, who you met, he was a DJ for years, and him, Gary Riley, who was in here 2 weeks ago, any DJ I've ever met, even Rob, who owns the company, have all said, oh no, fuck that, I couldn't do that anymore. Like, there's no fucking way, like, you know. So
because in a band there's 5 of you, so if you get someone, sometimes you might have someone coming up to the band and being abusive, or my thing is I don't mind what people do. Do you know what I mean? As long as they don't mess with my equipment.
I'm the exact same.
I turn into a psychopath when I think someone's gonna pick up a light or someone's gonna grab a mic stand.
I'm the same.
I just turn into a bouncer. I'll like run over. I'll kick someone if I have to. I'll do whatever.
Come here.
Or else if I see that someone is so drunk that they're gonna fall into the keyboard, that's when I become overprotective.
So I did a gig last week, right? Now the Christmas madness has started in the pubs last week.
Okay.
Right, and fucking bananas, right?
Yeah.
So I did a gig. I won't say the venue, but there's no stage area and the crowd are on top of you, right? Okay. So I'm here. This is my mic. Yeah. Right? This is where they're standing. Oh god. And you can't even see. It's a sea of people, right? Yeah. And of course, people have to walk by them to get to the toilet, so they're nudging the mic, and it's hitting your teeth, and it's such and such, right? And it's standing on your pedals and your stomp. And I was kicking the stomp, and someone kicked the XLR out of the back of the stomp. Next of all, the stomp wasn't working halfway through the song, and I'm going, oh, please get me out of here. Like, you know? So what happened was I had to put my leg out, put my leg up like this to stop people. And this girl goes, did you just kick me? Yeah. And I said, no, my leg's been up. I said, you just walked into my leg. And I know that can sound patronising, right, to someone in the moment, right? But she actually did. And then she's too drunk for me to explain. I know. You're going to take the fucking tooth out of my head, love, right? And that's worth more to me than your fancy fucking skirt. So fuck off. You know what I mean?
When you're DJing, a lot of the time, you have to tell people to fuck off. Like, you actually have to go.
But man, sometimes
I look people right in the eyes, right? The ones who keep coming up, pressing for a song. We'd won down in Clare. Was it this year or last year? And we like an American wedding, and this one like was doing anything to get this song, and she was telling other people to come up and ask for the song. She was trying everything, but like, you know, she was giving me like evil daggers all night. At the end, she came up and said she was going to kill me. What? So I'm saying it's like
I'm gonna kill you.
Now look, that doesn't happen much, but I'm just saying, like sometimes when you're DJing, you kind of, you know, you'll get one person and they're up all the time. And you're like, yeah, no, I will do that in a minute, but I'm just working off this list or whatever. But sometimes you have to just say, you just have to look them right in the eyes and go, listen, fuck
off. You have to, yeah.
Just fuck off. And sometimes you're thinking, right, that could get me into trouble. But I don't think there's a bride and groom that if you said to them, look, your mate was locked.
And annoying the shit.
Whatever. I think most people go, fair enough. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, because you're dealing with people who are fairly locked. Now, look, 99% of people are grand.
Yeah. It's normally when you go outside the pale, it's the father of the bride who's a pain in the hole. I found anyway.
The what?
The father of the bride, once you go outside the pale, normally a pain in the hole anyway, isn't he?
No. How politically incorrect are we going to get here?
No, but it's all, lads, you know, you're playing here down in Castlebar, you haven't done one trad song. Yeah, it's a fucking wedding, man. That's why we haven't done one trad song. You know what I mean? But I'm paying the band fuck off, man. Your daughter came and seen the band and knows we do the Killers, Kings. Like, fuck off.
Sometimes I think, sometimes you get a bit of that. And sometimes I think, without sounding snobby, sometimes I think maybe it's people who want a bit of power and they have the power that night.
Yeah.
And they exercise it. Sure, I'm paying this. We had one last year. 2024. We had a lot of American weddings. And we had one American set of parents.
It's mad that they come over here to get married, isn't it?
And they came up to us, and there was a wedding planner. She was American. And she was actually lovely to deal with. And she said, there will be fireworks. It was Cabra Castle. There will be fireworks, whatever, and the music's going to stop then. So we stopped. Fireworks came on, and Cabra Castle brought in the food. So it was a natural break.
Yeah,
right?
It was great.
So anyway, we had both parents come up. The mother came up and she says, guys, well, I'm not going to try and do an American accent because I'm not an actor, but like, I'm paying you guys, you know what I mean? And I was there kind of going like, I don't care. It's the break, like, you know what I mean? This is Europe, like, we get breaks, yeah? So she was like, I'm paying you guys or whatever. And I was like, yeah, well, they're bringing out the food. And to be honest, in my experience, you're wasting your time playing through the food anyway, right?
Yeah.
So then I get this guy, the husband, coming up, and he looks like kind of like about 90% of American politicians that you've seen, you know, the big square
head,
Germanic looking head in him. And looks like he's made in a factory or something.
Yeah.
And he's
Minecraft
like,
looking.
Yeah, and he's like, hi, my name is Todd Johnson or whatever.
Of course it is. Yeah.
And he shakes our hands, you know, and introduces himself to all of us. And he's like, okay, guys, get to work. You know what I mean? Just be like, Now, you know what? We did what they wanted. We did get to work. And actually, surprisingly enough, people did dance.
Okay.
So in a situation like that, you'd be like, all right, fair enough. I was wrong. You were right. Grand. But yeah, you get it where people really exercised.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy, you know.
Yeah.
There's I heard once that I won't say what band it was, but maybe I was telling you this before. The father of the bride had the money in the pocket and he took a banger.
Oh,
Jesus. Yeah. So there was a band playing and the father of the bride took a banger on the floor, died. Well, we found it the next day he died apparently.
Yeah.
It
happens.
And the singer was there. I said to him, did you get the money? Like, he's like, no, he had it in his pocket. I'm not going to go over and take it out of his pocket. Like, and I was like,
yeah.
You still have to get paid, man. Like, you went and you did your...
Yeah.
I was like, at what point did that... Like, if it happened 5 minutes in, fair enough, right? You can't really play. But no, it happened like at the end of the night. Like, Jesus.
Happened to us last year. Not only the bridal party, but the groom's family's neighbour. So their next door neighbour, we were loading in the bass bins and loading in all the gear like in a line kind of thing. You load in just to the side of the function room and it's just walking in with the bass bins and he just like fell, just like as I was in the speakers I could see like, you know, 10, 15 meters away, a guy just fall on the ground and like that.
Was the wedding stopped?
No, this wedding venue, they know us well. They actually recommend us a lot. So we're down there a fair bit. I was actually there on the weekend just gone. And a couple of managers in the hotel were at the wedding. So it was a local enough crowd. It was west of Ireland.
Okay.
And like some, you know, whoever was getting married, one of them was kind of local. And they came up to me and they're right. They came up to me and they said, make sure you fucking do a good job. You know what I mean? And I know what they mean, like, you know, because like this has happened and like, it was a big enough wedding, a lot of money being spent. There's nothing you can do about it at that stage. So you're like, yeah. Now we did. I'm not saying we do a great job all the time. I'm not going to every single wedding we do. But like, yeah, we did a great job. And it was actually a great wedding. And
did you open my achy breaky heart?
And as I say, how unpolitically correct is this going to get? But
as much as you want.
No, but it's happened to us a few times. Then we've had a couple of heart attacks. But again, you know,
but it happens.
Running the band 23 years.
You're going to see stuff.
Yeah, so, and then we had one where an accident made the newspaper. The groom's uncle died in a car crash in the town that night, the night before the wedding. And again, you're like, well, what can you do? You know, so you know, even if there's a bit of an atmosphere in the room, you give it loads. And anytime it's happened, it's all panned out good. I think Irish people are good in that, like, well, there's nothing we can do now.
Yeah.
That's, you know.
And from you living in it, you I remember you telling me you studied music in England, did you?
Yeah.
How long ago was that now?
Jeez, that was a long time ago. Around the 1999, 2000, 2001. That kind of.
What was it like compared to Ireland back then? Like in terms of music, like did you find like the opportunities were rampant over there compared to over here?
Yeah, I didn't realize probably at the time how much live music was here. I think it's switched. I think, back then and before then, if you know what I mean, I think there was a lot more probably live music in the UK, but I think it's definitely flipped now. I think because I would still be in contact with some musicians in the UK. Like I still know some guys who gig for a living in the UK.
But is it like Dublin? Like is there as much over there as there is here?
I don't think there is. No, I don't think there's much live music there now. But as you say, when you were in Camden with your Scan Reggae night, there'd be a lot more niche stuff.
Right, okay.
So there'd be a lot more scenes. Like I'd hate to be a DJ in the UK because people are into... There's a lot more variety. Do you know what I mean? Here, like, play Maniac. Winner. Most of the time, you know? Yeah. Whereas there, you're kind of dealing with different kind of groups, probably each night.
But it's funny, even though it's only an hour away, from just talking to a couple of other bands who were there, came to see us in the opening act and things like that. And they were telling us, like, just the opportunities that they get and how the fans perceive their music and such and such.
Okay.
And it just, everything they tell us, it just leads me to believe that we have very much like small island mentality over here. Probably,
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of musicians. I mean, look, all Irish people like to badmouth English people. I'm no different. You know what I mean? But what I would say is that as much as you like to put them down, you can't deny. Like, I think what the English are really good at is they're really good at robbing someone else's culture and kind of turning it into a slight new thing. And I think they did that amazingly with popular music, as in they took the stuff from the States. You'll hear American musicians say it themselves. They say, these guys from England came over.
Give us an example.
They took our, all the classic rock.
Stones.
Exactly.
Music.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So they took that from America, and you'll hear like big American artists like Chuck Berry, or I don't know, like off the top of my head, but you'll hear American guys say it from the 60s and 70s or whatever. They came over here, they heard this, they brought it back there, and they made it better in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
You know, like with some of the English bands, you kind of think sometimes the American players, they're better players technically.
Well, the Nashville players are considered the fucking, aren't they?
I think the Yanks tend to be better players, but the English tend to do something more original with it. And it ends up as a band kind of being better.
Right,
I don't know. I'm generalising, of course.
So you feel the Beatles, early Beatles and stuff was kind of like that, do you feel, yeah?
Yeah, like they were taking that stuff from the States.
Yeah, I never looked at it like that, really.
Their own,
so I was funny, I was talking in here with...
like the Stones, like for example, when you say the Rolling Stones, like they were listening to like American blues guitar players.
The black music of the southern rock and roll.
Exactly.
Rhythm and blues or old R&B stuff, yeah. Funny, I had John Sadlier in here, who's another musician. And I said it to him, if you were to take, I don't know, top 5 American bands / acts, and you put them up against the top 5 British, who would you think comes out on the top?
Yeah.
It's mad, isn't it? Because in England, you probably go, obviously, Beatles, Stones, Queen, Zeppelin, and... I don't know, Deep Purple, whoever.
Deep Purple, yeah.
Right? Or Deep Purple are American, aren't they? Not Deep Purple.
No, I think Deep Purple are
I meant Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd are English.
Right, yeah. So you them 5.
Okay.
Right? Or whoever. Take whoever, George, Michael, whoever you want, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you put them up against, like, say, Elvis, Michael Jackson, Dylan, I don't know, Nirvana.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be classical. It can be, like, even something slightly more modern. Just gigantic level of, like, who do you think has been the more...
I think in the 80s there was
like
definitely...
Bowie, you could put Bowie in there.
I think in the 80s in the UK, I think for the classic rock stuff, the English bands would take the edge for me, as in slightly
So you're talking
better.
like 60s with Beatles, with Kinks, with...
Yeah, the English bands, like, I think, be slightly better. And then when you go to the
70s,
70s, I think the American bands better, But in the 80s, I think so much original stuff coming out of the UK. Do you know what I mean? Like America, like say, had more of the glam rock or whatever.
Yeah.
But like say in the UK, like, because I grew up a little bit in the 80s, and all my brothers and sisters are older. So I actually listen to a lot of 70s music because, like, my oldest brother is 62, you know what I mean? So,
okay, right.
So, I had a lot of like Bowie, the Stones, that kind of stuff, and a lot of 70s stuff, more so. But my wife, her brothers and sisters would have been a bit younger, so it was all Depeche Mode, all the 80s stuff. And I think that phase in England in the 80s where we were saying, like, you had punk, you had new wave, you had so many styles of music, you had reggae coming out, you had everything. I think then the UK was definitely kicking America's ass.
I think so. But
like, I mean, in America, Huey Lewis in the news, which I like.
Yeah,
but, you know what I mean?
But it's a bit tacky, isn't it?
It's a bit tacky.
Yeah,
like, they didn't
But
really...
no, it's like, because I listen to say, look, come here. It's hard to say who the best is, right? Because it's all subjective and whatever, right? But let's say the best British solo artist of all time is probably Bowie. I'm not sure many would argue with that, would they?
Best solo artist, like. Yeah. Well, I suppose
pop culture.
Definitely most varied. Like, he's like Madonna. Like, he kept changing.
Right.
And actually, funnily enough, like, you know, again, I was always had Bowie on the house because my older brothers loved him. But the Bowie phase that I always liked most is one that you don't hear as much as his disco stuff.
The disco stuff. You told me that before.
Stuff,
yeah. Wouldn't be my thing now.
Yeah, I love it.
I'd be more, I love his like 5 years and I love things like that. And I love that kind of era. Bowie, you know, it's when he was younger and he was raw and he was
Ziggy Stardust.
Ziggy Stardust type stuff. I love that, you know, Spiders from Mars and things. Fucking great, like, you know. But and that tour I think is amazing as well.
How do you mean the tour?
The Ziggy Stardust when he was touring around that time. Like the live audio from those shows is just like fucking the band are incredible. Like, But if you look at Bowie, right, and then you say, but Elvis, like, look at Elvis, man. Elvis just there's someone that took black music and made it fucking.
Yeah, and I didn't realize until I saw the movie, one of the more recent ones, that like he grew up in a black neighborhood. I didn't know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I don't know how true that is. It's a movie, so I take it with a pinch of salt. But maybe it is true. I don't know.
Well, he definitely got lessons off your one Rosetta.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So she was like a big deal in that community, and probably didn't get the credit she deserves. No. I think it was good that movie came out and gave her that.
But he never gigged outside of the States. Never done a gig outside of the States. Isn't that crazy?
And he never wrote his own songs.
Never.
Yeah.
But
he's still brilliant though.
But man, like.
But he was someone. He was basically. I'd say Chuck Berry must have hated Elvis because he was kind of going, well, I do all this shit.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah.
But I mean, he was someone.
But he's the ultimate showman, isn't he?
Yeah, he was a great showman. But he was someone. He was basically someone that white people could market black music to.
Right. So,
you know what I mean?
When I look at Elvis, right, and let's say Chuck Berry, I think Chuck Berry is like. He's rock and roll.
Yeah, he's rock and roll.
Elvis is Vegas.
Yeah. I know what you mean, yeah.
Like, you're going with your missus to Vegas to watch Elvis.
Yeah. Oh, he's an amazing showman.
You're going with your mates to watch Chuck Berry.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just kind of feel like Elvis is the...
Well, I just more mean like they must have been like, that's our music. And like, you know, it's well documented that basically when they found him, they thought, here's this white kid. He dances like that. He sounds like that. We can sell that. You couldn't sell anything like that before because...
But he was hated for that as well, though. Like, a lot of the media hated him for doing black music.
Yeah, right.
Like, he was really... He got a hard time over that, apparently. Okay. So, like, he was told...
And then there was that, like, you get that as well, that if you are black and then you sell to a white audience like Jimi Hendrix.
He was
black.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of... He actually had an Irish connection there. Lots of connections. But anyway, predominantly black, and... because he sold his music to a kind of white audience, that can piss people off as well, you know.
But like, you look at the American artists, right, and I think Elvis. I forgot all about Hendrix. Like I was thinking like Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Like fucking what a voice, man.
Yeah, great.
You know,
singer,
Jesus Christ, is she the best female?
Definitely one of them. Yeah.
One up there, like, you know.
Yeah.
Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
Saying like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Who has a better album than Thriller? You know what I mean? Thriller is like absolutely from start to finish.
Yeah, and I think as well, there was a few years where I couldn't play or DJ any Michael Jackson. Not that I play a load now, but I suppose over the years of DJing, I always felt, now it's changed now in the last 10 years, but for years, him and George Michael would always be easy for me because they could always get people on the floor.
Always.
You know what I mean? And it was for a few years then you couldn't play Michael Jackson, and
because of
regardless of your opinion on whatever, like, I don't know if he did or if he didn't, and you know, dark stuff happens in the world, always will. But at the end of the day, I think, as you say, the songs are so good.
You can't just
not say like, okay, I'm not going to play that now because,
like, I always use Thriller as the example, the song, right?
Yeah. people just instantly.
But man, through the whole song, the bass goes dum 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 dum.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah,
and it's
it's simple. Yeah, and but it's amazing. Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah,
his vocal on that is just. Do you know what it is? Right? Is that?
And I, you know what? I want to give a lot of the credit back to Michael Jackson. Like, you know, like your man Quincy Jones.
He's a master. He's the master.
Yeah, he is. But he's also an egotistical. Like, because I remember I listened to one of the songs that's on one of those 80s albums, and it was Michael Jackson came up with the idea for the song, and he had a samba rhythm section playing it, and it sounded better. Now then, Quincy Jones produced it, and it was still amazing. Like, but sometimes it's nice to give the credit back to Michael Jackson. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well. I think if Quincy Jones wasn't an egotistical lunatic, Michael Jackson doesn't do what he did also at the same time. Yeah. You know what I mean? You got to give and take with both of that. Like what?
You know, Quincy Jones said he hates Ireland now. Yeah.
Oh, I know that. Yeah. That's right. Yeah,
probably right though.
But was that not because Bono said everyone's racist or something?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Wasn't it something like that?
Was
he
it?
said Bono told me not to come to Ireland because everyone's racist or something.
Oh, okay.
So he said something like that.
Right,
now whether he's talking shite or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something along the lines of that was. But no, I know he hates Ireland. Yeah.
You're a big U2 fan.
I think after the Beatles, I think they're the best band ever.
Yeah.
What
about Bono as a person? Would you?
They're all this man. John Lennon was a bell end as a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like these guys cannot. You have to remember.
Oh, look! If you were that famous, it must be very hard.
You have to be. And remember, this is Irish mentality of us going, he's a wanker.
Yeah.
The Americans love that and lap that up, and he cares about that because he makes his money there.
Yeah.
He doesn't make his money in Ireland. And I would be the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You cannot be perceived to be a normal person at that level.
And you know what the thing about U2 is, they were famous. Same with the Beatles. They were famous very young, so they probably don't remember any kind of normal life. No, to be honest.
And also the Irish people. Bono's a wanker. You see him at his gigs. There's nothing to talk about charity. Fella's giving like $500 million to charity. Yeah, he's a wanker. Yeah. What are you talking about, man? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give more money to Ireland during COVID to help with masks and things like that than the government did. Wanker.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, man? You know what I mean? Like, I find the whole thing a little bit.
Yeah, there is stuff behind the scenes that people like him do that you never hear about. You know what I mean? They do give money to things.
Like John Lennon, when Bono dies, the Irish people will love him.
Yeah.
He'll have statues in town, like Phil Lynott. My dad said everyone hated Phil Lynott when he was alive.
No way.
That's what he said. Yeah. He said people didn't like him because he was black. That's what he said. Okay. Now, around that time in the 70s and the 80s in Ireland, it was a difference than it was. It is now, you know?
Yeah.
But that's what, well, he's not the only person to tell me that. Like, lots of people said that to me, that, like, she didn't.
I was never a massive Lizzie fan.
No, neither was I. Yeah. It's not my thing, but I appreciate how good of a band they are.
Yeah.
You know?
Really tight band, yeah.
Amazing. And like Live and Dangerous is an amazing live album, like, you know?
Yeah, they're a proper rock band.
And
you know what was good about them is that often with Irish bands, the rhythm section is often weak. Let's be honest.
Like who?
Like
U2?
Like nearly all of them, right? No, actually U2, no. I mean, like, good thing about U2 is
they're in the pocket. Constantly.
They all have their own sound. So Adam Clayton, like, you know, he plays a very basic form of playing the bass, but the minute you hear it, you know it's Adam Clayton.
Right.
Whereas I probably jack off a lot.
Yeah.
I sound like there's a guy jacking off a lot, but you don't know who it is, right? So Adam Clayton, like, simple. Same with drummer. Same with all of them. Like The Edge, they all have their own sound.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe they're not technically the best musicians in the world, but the minute you hear any of them, you know who it is. There's a lot of musicians you can't say.
You know what, man? You know? A lot of people say they hate U2. So I play a U2 song in a bar when everyone's locked and everyone sings every word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, I find it, I just find it weird. You know what I mean? Find it weird. Like the other night when I was doing a gig in the Straw Hall, I opened with Angel of Harlem.
Yeah.
And everyone went, I haven't heard that song. Oh, fuck it. Like it.
How does that go again?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like it's.
I remember Angel.
Yeah. It's just a great hooky song to get you go, oh, that's been great, like, you know?
Yeah.
Like but come here, people just love to hate anyone successful.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. They say it's an Irish thing.
It is an Irish thing.
I have to admit now, I love it. Yeah, I love it's nice to hate someone. Do you know what I mean? Sorry. I'm only saying this.
You love to hate people.
There's plenty of other weird stuff said on here. So.
Oh yeah. No, this is okay. We can say what we want here.
Is it a healthy outlet? Like if the whole country can just pick, right, we don't like Bono.
Yeah.
And it's grand to say, yeah, I don't like Bono. is that a kind of release of tension?
I don't know.
You know?
Don't know.
Is Bono the whipping boy for the whole country?
Yeah, I think so. Apart from Conor McGregor, I can't think of anyone the country hates more. Maybe Leo Varadkar.
Well, I have to say now, I've always disliked Conor McGregor.
You know,
Like from the get-go. No, that's a lie. Seen him once in the Late Late Show, thought he was kind of charming, but got turned off him very quick. And on the way up to the boxing match, when everyone's like, oh yeah, especially under a certain age group, what is that? Everyone over 40 hates Conor McGregor. Everyone under loves him, yeah. So even coming up to the boxing match, I was like, oh, I can't stand this dude. Like, but you know, it's nice to be right about something.
So I used to do a couple of gigs in this bar.
Okay.
Right, in the Forge. And I did, I don't know, 15, 16 gigs there. Before any rape allegations. And before all this, you know. But it's all just a persona.
How do you mean?
Like, the whole thing you see him on, and everyone goes, look at him, cocky, such and such.
Oh, yeah.
The Americans love it. The MMA love it.
Yeah.
They fucking... The only reason he's minted and such, obviously because he's an exceptional fighter.
Yeah.
But he's a marketing genius.
Yeah.
He knows how to market himself and make himself in the public eye all the time.
Yeah.
You have to give him the credit for that.
Yeah.
I think what he did is unforgivable, and I'm not a fan of him. I don't like the guy, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
But I met him twice.
Yeah.
Right? I met him in the Forge.
Yeah.
Briefly once, and once for about 5 minutes talked to him. Gent.
Yeah.
Like a really nice guy.
Yeah.
And people say, you're a fucking, you're just sitting. I know you want to hate him, and I don't like the guy. I don't like the guy, and I think all those allegations of rape and all, like, if it did happen, and which obviously it did, he was found guilty, whatever like that, that's disgusting, and he'll forever be a knobhead in my opinion. But like, my opinion, you know what I mean?
Businessman,
as a businessman,
I thought at the start he was really witty, and I thought maybe from getting punched in the head enough times, or maybe from doing the amount of whatever he did, that the wit start getting more vulgar. You know, because there was a time he was very sharp, very entertaining. The entertainment side went downhill.
Because when he walked into the bar that time when I was playing, I was dreading going, oh, fucking here we go, talk to this fella. Such and such. Yeah. How's it going, Connor? What's your name? Ian. He goes, Ian, have a drink if you want. It's on me. Bit of dinner if you want. No problem at all. You remove all of the politics away from it. Yeah. The guy's a marketing genius. Right? And whether he's infamous or famous, whatever you want to call him, the guy's a marketing genius. Yeah. Just pure marketing. He knows how to get into the paper, whether it's good or whether it's bad. Like the MMA stuff, they love him. You go stateside, they worship him. They love him. Yeah. Right? You cannot do that without having a little bit of wit about you, you know what I mean? Yeah. Can't. Yeah. Now, I'm not a fan of him. I don't particularly like the guy. I think what he did is horrendous.
What about the posters I've seen in your gaff?
Well, no, I don't even like MMA. I don't. It's fucking animalistic. It's not. Yeah, it's not my thing. Right?
Yeah, it's very violent. Like you could watch a boxing match. Do you know what I mean?
Class.
You don't have to watch someone like.
There's a bit of class to boxing.
Yeah.
I just find with the MMA, I just find it a little bit. It's not for me.
No, it's very aggressive.
You know,
I never watched it either. I was never.
And it's funny, you talk to a doorman in town, and he always says the worst night of the year to work is when the MMA is on in the street arena. Yeah. Because everyone turns to a hard man.
Yeah, and all the knackers come out.
All the fucking all the bell ends come out. You know. Yeah. So it's just how it is. You know.
A mate of mine used to own a lot of pubs in town. I remember after one gig we went back, and it was after one of them big boxing matches. I think it was your man Floyd Mayweather, and remember he was fighting a guy from the Philippines. Now again, this isn't getting aired, isn't it?
I haven't a clue here.
Anyway, the what?
Manny Pacquiao,
yeah. And anyway, it was like one of these kind of, you know, you're going into a lock-in basically, but it was in the middle of town. And
what good could come from that? Darragh?
Yeah, exactly.
What good is going to come from that?
Some of the clientele in the bar, say no more.
Come here, I've had my share of lock-ins. We've talked about it on this podcast. Nothing good ever comes from the lock-in.
No. Actually, just near us here, because we're beside my little town of Stamullen, apparently, so urban myth has
apparently, I've nothing to do with this.
No, I've never made it to a lock-in there, because I could be gigging in Tipperary, DJing till 2, pack the gear down, drive the van back. I'm driving past that bar 5 in the morning. All I want to do is go to bed. But apparently, 2 Glaswegian lads would come into the airport and be like, where can we get a lock-in? Taxi man be like, Stamullen.
Really?
Down, yeah. Shit, now, again, this isn't getting aired, is it? I don't want to get in trouble. But yeah, Look, no, I don't think I see it anymore now. It's changed ownership now, only in the last year.
Okay, maybe that.
But back in the day, yeah, it was kind of always lock-ins. Like, we'd be coming back from gigs and there'd be a light still on, you know. But again, it's a country pub with nothing really around. There's nothing really around Stamullen for.
I think I've ever been.
Like, your closest Garda station is probably Drogheda, well, Balbriggan or Swords.
Is Stamullen just before Drogheda, is it?
Stamullen's only like 9 minutes from here. Stamullen is before Drogheda, yeah. If you come up the Drogheda exit, that's City North Hotel.
Oh, yes, I do know it. Yeah.
There.
Yeah, and so how many weddings now is in the diary for next year? He's busy.
Yeah, we've 80 in already, so that would suggest, or 78 or something. But that would suggest now that'd be on target for like 100, yeah. So, yeah, but look, I have heard that a lot of bands are wrapping up this year. Oh. Just from mouth to mouth, as in like someone who runs the bands.
But if you think of it, right, the bands that started when you started 20 years ago,
there's very few.
But they probably come to the retirement age now.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, like, I mean, I should really be retiring. Like, you know what I mean?
Really
can't see me here, but I've grey hair and I've got a walking stick. And there's that as well. Yeah, there's not many bands that are still around. I can think of a few bands that were around when I set my band.
So when you started up, who was there? Was Blue Moose there when you started?
I think so. I think Blue Moose might have been there after Dark were there. They were already. They might have been. I don't know. Right. Best Men, I remember.
Right. Yeah. After Dark were there.
Knew one of them. So they were setting up. I think they set up in 2002, and then we set up in 2003.
And you said After Dark was around?
After Dark were already like an established band.
And you saw me up and fucking fight each other? Is that how it works?
Well, there was a Wedding Band Association night out there a few weeks ago in Kilkenny.
Oh, yeah.
On a Monday night. There was a meeting first, and then...
Did you go down?
Yeah, like Blue Moose were there.
How was it?
Yeah, it was good. Like, I went for the meeting bit. I had 2 pints, waited 2 hours, and then went home.
Yeah.
Some lads stayed over, and it got messy in a good way.
Did it, yeah?
Yeah.
In a good way?
In a good way, yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah. I think the two social events for wedding bands are something like that. And now, Colin Malloy from Pink Champagne runs this Wedding Suppliers Awards every year. So a lot of bands kind of go to that.
Oh, yeah.
We won it in 2024, you know. And it was the only year I ever entered one of them awards. Yeah. If I'm being honest.
I'll be honest, every wedding band wins Wedding Band of the Year every year anyway. You know what I mean?
So I don't believe in them awards
Ireland's
anyway, really.
Supreme Wedding Band.
Exactly. So, you know, and that's why I never entered them in the past. But it was the other ones in the band. Well, it was like Darragh O'Connor at the time. She was like, "Oh, enter it." And Scottish singer I had, they were like, "Yeah, enter it." Because I'd always be, to be honest, when you run the band or whatever, you're busy with emails or whatever. Those competitions, they take time, you know. So I did it 1 year, won it, delighted. But yeah, the awards. Look, I think if you're busy in the wedding business and you're busy, like you have the number of weddings you want, there's really no need to do the awards. Like, sometimes when I see people who win the awards, not even in the band section, in any section of weddings, I'd be kind of going, really? You know, whereas you know somebody who's way better, and they just don't enter the fucking thing. You know? Yeah. There's no need, like, you know. No.
And I mean,
but I've nothing against someone who's getting started and wants it to get the more work. Go for it. You know. But
also, every band in Ireland has put Wedding Band of the Year.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No one checks.
Yeah, and you're there kind of thinking, how many awards is there? Like, how could I have everyone?
You know what I mean? It's fucking nuts, like, you know.
We won Wedding Band of the Year in 1966.
We were just getting going. We were like, you know.
Yeah.
And do you I remember you were telling me before, you said you either were doing or you'd like to dabble in some original sometime.
Yeah, well, me personally now, I make my own dance music.
Oh, you said that, yeah.
Just for a hobby though. Like, I never... You know, like a lot of people who make music in their bedroom, like, you rarely finish a song to go, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm done. I made some, like, I've been doing it for a few years now. And when I started out...
Are you into dance music?
Yeah, I was kind of always into dance music. I mean, I would have went to raves before I went to pubs. I was a proper 90s kid, as in, I was in Dublin
a rave before the pub, that's a heavy night.
The first rave, no, I'm not going to say the first raves. I say my sister went to the first raves, right? But I did go to Sides, which would have been one of the original clubs. I went to that just before it shut down.
Sides at all.
Yeah, it would have been. It used to be on Dame Street. I don't know what it is now. It's probably a coffee shop, but it used to be.
How long ago was this?
Open. Oh, I would say it was like.
Do you remember James?
Yeah, like I went to it in 1994. So like 95, then a lot of raves kind of start kicking off in 1994, 1995. So I would have went to that kind of stuff before going to the pub. So I think I wouldn't listen to dance music in my, you know what? I'll sit down and have a chocolate bar, a coffee, a glass of red wine and some French cheese, and I'll whack on some dance music. No, like I listen to dance music if I'm out.
If you're out, yeah.
But I do like it. And I think as well, there's crap dance music, which is most of it, but there's clever dance music, like stuff like Orbital and stuff that you listen to and you go, that's actually really musical.
So I'm not into dance whatsoever, right? But in my opinion, the best dance song is Blue Monday.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of the original.
Yeah.
You know, it's brilliant. And it's still,
it's fucking
and all the
brilliant.
808 like stuff in it.
Oh.
Yeah, you listen to it and you think that's as relevant now as ever. Brilliant bass line. The drums are brilliant. Everything's brilliant.
Great, isn't it?
You know, the early dance music stuff's brilliant. And as I say, like Peter say Hook, your man, like a lot of kids now, like your man Deadmau5 or whatever.
I don't know any.
Yeah, that's decent. That's clever dance music as well. Like there's a lot of just like fairly brain dead stuff out there. But there is like stuff where you realise, okay, these guys, probably play a good few instruments. They have an idea of like orchestration. And they have an idea of arrangements. They definitely play the piano. You know what I mean? You'll listen to stuff and go, okay, it's not just a guy. There's a lot of dance music where you'll hear it. That's just some guy dragging in a load of samples from Splice or one of these sites where you can get the samples. Yeah. And I do that sometimes myself, more to just practice making it, trying to sound good, you know? But you can, when you listen to some dance music, you can tell that started with an idea and then everything around it is developed off that idea. Like that's someone doing the music themselves. There's no one, whatever. And then like, for me, I'm pretty crap at the production engineering side, but I'm getting better. So that's kind of my outlet.
I remember you telling me that you're really getting into it.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm still crap though.
Yeah. But I mean, people sit at this for donkey's years before.
Yeah, like it's a geeky kind of world that you kind of have to immerse yourself in for a while.
Like I could sit there and I could record myself. I could record my guitar, no problem. Wouldn't know how to EQ it properly.
Yeah, same here. Yeah,
wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah,
when I record it sounds like shit.
Yeah.
When I record it in the producer's house or in the studio, it sounds great.
Yeah. I was never one of those kind of like, you know, a guy like say, oh, you know, that kind of amp, you know, I was never that guy. I was never, now, you know, there was a few years where I'd be forced into doing the sound for Blacktye. Our drummer now has a degree in sound engineering and all that. So he came in and did a kind of better job or whatever. But like, you know, the situations like yourself where you do it because you have to.
Yeah, I mean, I love gear. I'm obsessed with guitar gear, guitar amps, pedals, like obsessed with it. Guitars, everything like that. Like, you know, and I have a great knowledge of it. But in terms of recording, DAWs and things like that, fucking useless having a clue. Yeah. I know how to hit record, set the tempo.
Yeah. I know, it's a geeky world, and I tried to get into it like for years when I got Pro Tools first. And I tried to get into it because I thought if I do this, I'll play more. And it never really resulted in that. I remember one video watching the guy goes, you either want to be someone who plays music
or records music,
or do you want to be a guy who does this? And it is, you want to be able to do both. But then you got to realize you only have a certain amount of spare time.
But it's not just time; it's actual capability. I mean, you are a musician.
Yeah,
you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You are, and I am a musician.
Yeah.
My brain doesn't have the capacity for me to go, well, I can't be a great musician and be a great producer.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
Yeah, I think that whole sound world of like music production, it attracts, as people have commented in the past, you know, the keyboard player is always the geeky guy in the band. Yeah. Like it attracts that kind of geeky kind of personality. I think if you're not that kind of personality, it's going to be like, I'm not.
No, I'm not that person.
I'm Mr. Dyslexic kind of. Technical things are difficult for me. So like I know my limitations and I kind of go, I'm probably never going to be great at this because there's someone who'd go, oh, I think I'll Google that and I'll find out how you do that. I wouldn't have the patience for that. I'd be throwing that computer screen
or you'd be ChatGPT and something now. Anyway,
actually, that's one thing ChatGPT is kind of handy for because obviously it has the technical information on all mechanical products. So if you can't do something on Logic or Pro Tools or whatever DAW you're using, sometimes you follow the instructions and it doesn't pan out.
I tried to buy a plug-in for Logic. Right? Bought it. Went through a step-by-step on how to install it into Logic.
Yeah.
Just a tuner, by the way.
Okay.
Right? Just a tuner.
Now, you know Logic has a tuner on it.
Oh, no, I know,
Okay.
but it's shit.
Okay,
But, like, better fucking...
It's too accurate.
It's too...
You're there, like, it never hits.
You never... It's, right, so... I can't load it in. I've tried. I follow step-by-step video instructions. It just doesn't work.
And it didn't have some kind of, when you know, normally it has that little brown box where are you using an Apple or are you using a...
Yeah, Apple, yeah.
Usually it has that, like, brown box. You click on that, it goes through the install process.
No, it did all that.
Okay.
But where does it install to? Like, I'm kind of going...
Oh, so basically, you know, like when you've got your channel strip.
Yeah.
And then you've got, like, little slots
No,
down.
you can click the slot and adjust it. No.
Yeah.
But it's not loading in that.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. Fucking... I stopped about a year ago. I went, fuck this.
Is your Apple... Is it a desktop or is it a
Desktop.
laptop? Yeah. Well, look, for some reason, if I'm ever in your gaff, I'll have a look and see, can I find it?
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, like, look, when it comes to technology, if you get some geek and he goes, all you do is, then I know this is going to be a fucking nightmare, you know what I mean? All you have to do is, right, you're like, nah, this is going to be pain.
Yeah.
It's going to be pain. Remember when I first started buying technology like that, is there a shop in town called Big Bear Sounds or one of them?
Oh, Big Bear, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Big Bear. So there's a guy in there, Darren, and he used to have his own place up in Blanchardstown, and I used to buy a lot of stuff off him when that kind of world really opened up. Yeah. And I'd buy stuff off him, and you'd get the stuff on a CD, and then you'd load that onto your computer or whatever, and like you'd feel like going to him, like will you come down to my gaff?
Yeah.
Like I'm after buying this thing, I can't get it to work. You'd be pulling your hair out. Absolutely horrible. I think it's a bit easier nowadays. Like the stuff seems to work a bit easier.
Yeah, I don't know. I get a lot of lads coming. Like I have what I try to do is I try to learn. So I've invited a couple of like beginner musicians in the area to come in and try, and I'll record them.
Okay.
And you're getting free recording time, experience, and I'm learning how to.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
And I notice a lot of them do the same type of music. They all want to do the ballads, you know.
Trad thing's massive now.
Massive.
Again, isn't it?
And it's funny, I remember me and you talking about this at a wedding. I said to you, I said, there's people come to me and saying, you know, like in fucking rebel songs and rebel ballads and all, fuck English. And I remember you going, but ballads are English though, you know what I mean? It's an English thing,
it's an
isn't
English
it?
tradition, yeah.
Ballads are English tradition, so...
Yeah. Like if you want trad, like I get people saying to me, will you play trad at the wedding? And I go, we don't do trad. I go, we can sing a few Irish songs. And they go, oh, yeah, that's what I mean. And that's not trad.
No, it's not trad.
Trad doesn't have singing
Jigs
in it.
and reels, and that's traditional
just
music.
Instruments, doesn't have singing. That's ballads.
I mean, you go to Germany, did they call it trad? Like, what's traditional German music like?
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? Did they go, Johnny Trad, man? Do you? Like, like is it the same thing? Is it like, I don't know. From he was saying to me, like, just tell them you're just uncultured, like, you know, because that is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like,
or do you play the anthem?
Yeah.
If you've been in Portlaoise prison or the H blocks, I'll play the anthem all night.
Yeah. But
otherwise,
if you haven't,
fuck off.
Yeah. It's funny. A friend of mine, Glenn Matthews, was on last week, and he's an artist, right? Phenomenal painter, phenomenal.
Yeah.
But he's from Northern Ireland. Right. But he used to play drums in a band years and years ago, right? And they got to a good enough level, like, you know, they were a good band. Anyway, he was saying that when they used to do the bars, at the end of the night, they'd say, play the anthem. And they'd go, fuck, which one's he talking about?
Yeah, exactly. I heard that before.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you know?
Do you know Declan Kennedy, guitar player?
Yeah.
So, and singer, Like
Declan plays around Temple Bar a lot. He's a great guitar player, Declan.
Exactly, So he used to be in our band, like, but he told us a story like that he was gigging up the north and he just presumed, because they asked, he presumed they meant the English anthem, you know? Oh, no. So they played the English anthem, and it definitely wasn't the English anthem. No. But I had it in I'm not going to name the town, but it's not a million miles from here. And it always had a rep. Again, I hope none of this is being aired, like, but I don't know if you know, but like the IRA had a policy like in the 80s of like, you know, first of all, they moved a lot of people to Dundalk, right? So they went just south of the border, right? Because then they could like do a hit and run. Shoot a British soldier.
Get back easy enough.
Drive back over the border, right? So then they said to them, right, the MI5, they're on to us that we're in Dundalk. We want you to move a little bit further south. So a lot of towns that are dotted down along the M1 would have had Republicans living in them, like, do you know what I mean?
Right.
Under the radar kind of stuff. And again, there's one that's not so far from here, I'm not going to mention, that was kind of infamous for having a good few of them, right? And I was playing there one night, and it was when I first started gigging, and I was new to it. I was young.
Is this the 90s?
I was only 20. Yeah, I was only 20 something. probably about 24, 25. And a guy in a long black jacket comes up and he's like, play the anthem. And I was like, too fucking right, I will.
Oh, did you? Yeah, you knew it, did you?
Whereas most of the time, I'd be like, no way, no, I'm not playing the anthem. But
Wait,
like,
there
that
you were
time,
like-
I was like, play the fucking anthem, man. You know what I mean? So in a certain time and place, yeah, definitely. But generally, if it's just some pissed up bloke, you know,
Fuck off, like.
yeah, some armchair Republican because he's locked. I'm like, no, I'm not playing.
But you know what?
Because it's, again, at a wedding, it's not. Now, in a wedding, like, I wouldn't play it. In a bar, maybe. But it's not appropriate, like, do you know what I mean? It's not.
No, it's not. No, and you get a lot of what I find is when I used to do Tampa Bar stuff, I do it the other time. But when I do the likes of that stuff, it's always the fucking Irish bloke in, knowing the place is full of tourists that could be English. Up saying, play graffiti on the wall, will you?
Yeah.
No, man, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Stag do over there for all I know, and I go ooh up, whatever.
Yeah.
What shit's gonna happen here? Like,
yeah, exactly.
dickhead.
You know, and the fact of the matter is that, again, I hope this isn't being aired, but any proper Republican would never sing one of those songs in public because they're told like
100%. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's some mouthpiece. So you're just like, no. Look.
Oh, he's obviously just some locked.
Yeah,
fucking. You know, come here.
Yeah.
When I'm drunk, an L fucking Irish tune comes on, I love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love it, but I'm not fucking.
Yeah.
You know what
Plus,
I mean?
I think Ireland's Call's a better song.
Yeah.
That's definitely a joke. That's definitely a joke.
Definitely a joke. Yeah. Well, look, that's all we have time for. Darragh, cheers. Where can we find promo videos and stuff if we want to see the band? Book you for our Fenian wedding. Where can we?
The best place is probably the Instagram page. I think it's just Blacktye. It's Blacktye Wedding Band.
Okay.
With a Y.
It's T-Y-E,
I did mention earlier I am dyslexic. I can spell the word black tie. What it is when I started the band, there was a guy, I think he was on Dragon's Den. He used to own a suit shop in every town in Ireland.
No way.
And they were called Blacktye Suit Shop.
Oh, right, yeah.
And he's a very influential guy in Ireland. And someone told me, if you name your band the same spelling as him, you could potentially be in trouble. So I spelled it like, T-Y-E. So Blacktye with a Y, Wedding Band, Instagram, or blacktye.net, the website.
And listen, take it from me, they're class. They're not doing almost 100 weddings a year for absolutely nothing.
I'm delighted I gave it £100 earlier.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's all we've time for. We'll catch you next week, and nice one for tuning in.